Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of the OK Talks podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to be discussing mind over matter. I like simple three-letter phrases because they always hold so much truth. One thing that I've come to realize throughout life is no matter what environment, what circumstance, the people that you are around, etc., it's really all about your mentality when you're dealing with those situations. This is why the phrase mind over matter carries so much weight, because in life, circumstances, situations, environments are going to be out of our control. They always are. It's really all about how you handle whatever situation is thrown your way, whatever environment that you're in, and how you're able to overcome it. Because once again, we're not in control of anything. God is. We can't control what environment we're brought into. We can't control the situations that happen in that environment, but the only thing that we can control is our outlook and the way that we handle what we've gone through. Oftentimes, if you're not born into a certain environment, you can be someone on the outside looking in and wondering, how does someone live like that, or how is this normal for someone? But because you weren't brought up in that environment and have a different outlook on life, it's not going to be something that you're going to be able to understand. For you, the simple solution may be to leave that environment. But if someone has become accustomed to a certain environment all their life, there isn't going to be a simple solution for that person to overcome that environment. The only way that they're able to come to the realization that they need to change their environment and their circumstances is accepting it. And you accept that through the mind. There are many solutions to the many situations or the many problems and issues that exist in this world. The reason why said solutions haven't been implemented for the many problems that do exist in the world is simply because of the mentality that exists within the environments and the situations that are occurring. For example, if you're in a room where the window is wide open and everyone that's in that room is complaining that it's really cold in that room, and you're the only person that realizes that the reason it's cold in the room is because the window is wide open, and everyone else in the room is blaming something else besides the obvious open window that is letting in the cold air, then it's not going to be until you close the window and the cold air is no longer circulating in the room and it starts to get warm again, or you just simply leave the room and let everyone argue over why it's still cold in that room, even though the problem is the open window that no one wants to acknowledge. And you simply find a room that's warm and let everyone else in the colder room with the window open argue about that. Now, that's a really silly example, but when you think about all the problems that we have in this world and the quick fix solutions, or the solutions that may take a longer time to implement, my main point is that it's really all about the mentality and the perspective of the people around you or that are in a certain environment that either cause stagnation or they cause change. When I hear mind over matter, I visualize the words mind and then underneath it over and then underneath that matter, because it takes an elevated mindset in order to lift oneself out of an environment that can be hindering progress, growth, acceleration, and more. It's really not until you're able to overcome and oversee the current situation and environment that's keeping you trapped or stagnant and being able to make the decision that says, I'm going to make changes. Things are no longer going to be the same, or things are no longer going to be this way. And it takes a series of failures to come to that realization that something or some things need to change in order for progress or elevation to be made. And once again, that really only comes once you are able to overcome anything that is hindering or blocking your mind from accepting, realizing, and then implementing whatever changes need to be made. The difference between today and tomorrow is choice, and the only one that can make that choice is you. So choose today what your future is going to look like, because only you can make that choice. And with that being said, thank you for listening to another episode of the OK Talks podcast. I hope that you tune in for the next episode. Thank you so much for listening.